একজন মানুষ যার কাছে দেশ ও জাতির অনেক ঋণ। এ ঋণ গর্বের, এ ঋণ শোধের নয়। তিনি আমাদের শুনিয়েছেন সাম্যের গান, জেগে ওঠার গান। বাংলা তথা ভারতবর্ষের যুব সমাজের কাছে তিনি সর্বদাই প্রাসঙ্গিক, কারণ এই সেই মানুষ যিনি ফুটবল খেলেন, শরীরচর্চা করেন, আবার মার্গ সঙ্গীতে বিভোর হন। খাদ্যাভ্যাসে চরম ভোগী, আবার মননে চরম ত্যাগী। ক্ষুরোদার বুদ্ধি, অসম্ভব ধী শক্তি, আবার তন্ময় হয়ে যান মানব প্রেমে। তার কাছে ধর্ম কোনো অনুষ্ঠান বা অন্ধ অনুরাগ নয়। ধর্ম তার কাছে পরোপকারিতা, ধর্ম তার কাছে শক্তি ও সাহসিকতা। বিবেকানন্দ আধুনিক ভারতের নবভাগীরথ। তিনি প্রথম ব্যক্তি যিনি যুব সমাজকে উদ্বুদ্ধ করেছিলেন তার প্রখর ব্যক্তিত্ব দিয়ে।
Namaste. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religion as true. These are the words of none other than Narendranath Datta, Akka Swami Vivekananda, which he delivered in the World Parliament of Religion in 1893 in Chicago. The name of Swami Vivekananda is so beautiful. The Guru, the teacher, Swami, Vivek, which means wisdom, Anand, which means extreme happiness. So the Guru who committed his life to spread the idea of wisdom and extreme happiness. He was born in 12 Jan 1863 in Calcutta into a very affluent family. From the child itself, he was a very rational person. He was a very scientific person. A reasoning outlook was there from his childhood itself. He always asked his teacher, "Have you seen God? Have you experienced God?" No teacher could able to answer that I have seen or experienced God. But this urge to understand whether God exists or not did not die at all, and it then took him to his meeting with none other than Ramakrishna Paramahansa. When he met Ramakrishna Paramahansa, what he understands is that through true bhakti, through true devotion, a person can definitely experience God. A person can definitely feel God. The idea of Ramakrishna that through love we can conquer the whole world, through happiness we can win the hearts and minds of the people. These ideas made a big impact into the life of Swami Vivekananda. It completely changed his outlook into the society, how we see the reality, where there is universal acceptance of all kind, of every faith, of every belief system, of every value system, of every culture, of every tradition, of every custom. How inclusive these ideas he learned from Guru Ramakrishna Paramahansa. So after the death of Guru Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Swami Vivekananda's only goal was to spread these universal ideas, and he committed himself to found a universal religion where there should be spirituality of Hindus, there should be mercifulness of Buddhists, activity of Christians, as well as brotherhood and fraternity of Mohammedans. It shows how inclusive and how spiritual this new outlook of society. If we see Belar Mutt, which is in Calcutta, the structure and the architecture itself is very inclusive in nature. It shows the syncretic tradition of this country, where the structure is made of temple, the church, the stupa, and the masjid. In this time of divisiveness, in this time of hate, in this time of violence and bigotry, in this time of lot of hate mongering that is being taking place in the society, in the name of religion, in the name of caste, in the name of gender, I think we need to go back to Swami Vivekananda ideas. We need to revive his universal message. He saw poverty. A lot of people think that being born to a affluent family, he don't understand the idea of poverty, but he himself seen how life of a poor is. He even could not even able to eat food for 2 days, 3 days. So his idea was that the humanity is all about service to the nation, and this service to the nation is through taking care of the marginalized, taking care of the poor, taking care of, the downtrodden section of the society. He last breath was on 4th July 1902 in Calcutta, in Bellarmine, and he died in just 39 years. But one idea that always motivates me, that arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Arthi Datta. I study in class 12 and I'm from Auxilium Convent School, Damra. And as we all know, it's Youth Day today, and that's why I'm here to speak about how Swami Vivekananda, the greatest youth icon produced by India, influenced millions of youth around the world, and how he is relevant to our society. With his Chicago speech in 1893, he literally became the beacon of Indian philosophy and spiritualism for the Western world. In the 21st century, when the youth of India are facing new problems and pushing past boundaries and aspiring for a better future, Swami Vivekananda have become more relevant. A successful life is nothing if it's not meaningful. The greatest quest of youth today is a meaningful life, and that inspires the heart, liberates the mind, and ignites the soul. And Swami Vivekananda understood this very well, and that's the reason why he put out a lot of philosophies and ideas for the people of India. His ideas can be understood by certain steps that can be taken by taking care of our body and undertaking activities to mitigate physical suffering. This was aimed specifically at the youth that are physically preparing themselves for taking up any kind of tasks that are laid before them. Vivekananda wanted the youth to take part and undertake social activities, not merely for the betterment of the society, but also for individual evolution and growth. Vivekananda also wanted the youths to take an interest, a keen interest in the nation, and contribute whatever they can towards the nation building. And that's the reason Swami Vivekananda had immense faith in the youth of the nation and had great expectations for them. He said specifically to the youth of India that it is the young, the strong, the healthy, and of sharp intellect that will reach the Lord. He had faith in the Lord that He'll bless the youth of India for more development. This is a time to decide for your future while you possess the energy of youth. A far greater work is that the sacrifice of yourselves for the benefit of your people and the welfare of humanity. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Hello everyone. On the auspicious day of Swami Vivekananda's 150th birth anniversary, I, Shubhajit Kundu, student of French department 5th semester, would like to express my gratitude towards him. Swami Vivekananda is my role model, who always inspires me in every way of my life. He is the one who enlightens my path by removing the darkness in my mind. Swami Vivekananda has a perennial appeal. The relevance of Swami Vivekananda today is with the ideas and goals that he devised for the youth. He was a great observer of the human mind and the human society at large. Therefore, he propounded the scientific way to achieve these goals through these quests. The world today has hardly understood Swamiji. One needs to read him deeply to understand his message properly.
আমি সময়িতা অধিকারী এবং আমি ক্রিকেট খেলি। আমি বেঙ্গল আন্ডার 16ও রিপ্রেজেন্ট করেছি। আমার স্বপ্ন একজন বড় এবং সফল ক্রিকেটার হওয়া। আমি প্রায় 135 বছর আগেকার কথা বলছি। তখন ইডেন গার্ডেন্সের মাঠে টাউন ক্লাবের আগেনস্টে নামলো ইংরেজদের কলকাতা ক্রিকেট ক্লাব। ইডেন গার্ডেন্সের বয়স তখন প্রায় 20 বছর। টাউন ক্লাবের হয়ে নামলো একজন তরুণ অলরাউন্ডার। সেই তরুণ অলরাউন্ডার মাঠে নেমেই নিজের প্রতিভা দেখাতে শুরু করে দিল। মাত্র 20 রান দিয়ে 7টি উইকেট তুলে নিল। তোমরা জানো উনি কে? উনি আর কেউই নয়, আমাদের সকলের প্রিয় স্বামীজি। হ্যাঁ, স্বামী বিবেকানন্দ। তখন স্বামী বিবেকানন্দ এই নামে পরিচিত ছিল না। তখন সকলেই তাকে নরেন্দ্রনাথ দত্ত হিসেবেই চিনত। স্কটিশ চার্চ কলেজে তিনি অনেক খেলাতে অংশগ্রহণ করেছেন। ক্রিকেটের পাশাপাশি বক্সিং, ফেন্সিং এবং ফুটবল এও তিনি পারদর্শী ছিলেন এবং নিয়মিত ব্যায়ামের আখড়ায়ও যেতেন। সন্ন্যাস নেওয়ার আগে অবধি তিনি টাউন ক্লাবের একজন বিশিষ্ট মেম্বারও ছিলেন। স্বামী বিবেকানন্দের জীবন আজও তরুণ প্রজন্মের জন্য একটি আদর্শ। এমন একটি ঘটনা আছে যেখানে একদিন একটা যুবক স্বামীজির কাছে এসে ভগবান লাভের পদ্ধতি জানতে চেয়েছিলেন। তখন স্বামীজি বলেছিলেন, "You will be nearer to heaven through football than reading ভগবদ গীতা।" এরম কিছু কিছু কথা অ্যাজ এ খেলোয়াড় আমাকে অনেক অনুপ্রেরণা দেয়।
A warm welcome to the watching audience. Myself, Anirban Maiti, a student of Standard 11, Techno India Group Public School, Hooghly. On the occasion of 158th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, I would like to venture my views on the prescribed topic, but obviously from an educational point of view, as I am a student myself. The highest aim of education is to achieve full perfection in anything. Vivekananda told us self-realization, self-control, self-thought, self-motivation, self-development, etc. come from not only true education but also spiritual education. His spiritual thoughts are quite similar to his definition of education. Now, if we look into the present scenario of our education system, some huge loopholes can be found. We have to give emphasis on those problems regarding our present education scenario. Our Indian education system is too much information based, rather little scope for creativity, inventions and self-learning is there. The growing incidence of crimes and suicides committed by juveniles and youth proves deficiency of their spiritual education in our education system. We can overcome these problems by implementing his ideas and thoughts. So I think there is a relevant point in Swami Vivekananda's spiritual thoughts and ideas which must be followed and included in our current curriculum and education system. Thus he had rightly said, education is not just the amount of information that is put in your brain and runs riot there undigested all your life. And as of myself getting motivated by him, just his powerful words do the magic, generating strong positive vibes within me. Like, instinct is like ice, reason is the water, and inspiration is the subtlest form of vapor, as boldly and clearly stated here. Thank you for being patient listeners.
Good morning, everyone. I am Shairi Kaur, and I am currently pursuing my final year MBBS from KPC Medical College and Hospital. Today, we are going to talk about Swami Vivekananda, a great man, a preacher, a monk, a visionary, and a patriot. His teachings and ideals are relevant even today for the youth of today and for everyone in general. The most important thing which I personally feel how he influences us is through his teachings of spirituality. Spirituality is not our mainstream connection with God and religion, but an inner connection, getting connected to the soul, a divine connection to the energy which flows through all of us. And it is something Swami Vivekananda has always taught throughout his life, not just through his preachings but also through his actions. And when we are spiritual, we get more calmer from inside. We have so much stress nowadays. I think spirituality is something which helps us combat stress to a greater amount, and it is very much relevant to us even today. The next most important thing is about his famous quotations which he says, "Arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached." In today's day, it is very common for us to give up our goals, give up our ambitions, but what he has taught us is, if we are determined, focused, and if we work really hard, it is definitely not impossible for us to achieve anything that we dream of. So it is something
which is very important for us to know even today. And thirdly, the most important thing which I feel is he has put India on the map not only in USA through his through his speech in Chicago, but throughout the world. And his patriotism, the way he lived his life, is something we should all abide by.
Good morning to our present here. This is Rahul Basu, studying in class 11 in TIGPS Hooghly, standing for you to present his views about the given topic of how Vivekananda's strategy is relevant to our present life and how it motivates me. To start with, I would like to say Vivekananda was a great personality. He cannot be described in just few words. So I would like to narrow down to a much more specific topic about how he has helped or he has motivated the youth to make active participation in whatever work he or she does. In the current scenario, this is very much required. How? This is like that in our current situation we see that the governments are falling and most of them have turned from democratic to autocratic or not in not in formality, but the current situation shows. So I would like to say here we see that most of the youth are much more addicted or means affixed in their virtual worlds which they see in their smartphones, and they do not much think about the reality of how the country is working and how it can be bettered. So I would like to say that as Vivekananda had quoted about arise, awake and not stop until the goal is reached. So I would like to say that the present current youth needs to agree with it and should work actively, not just via the digital message way but in the physical way. Means even in cases of this of corona, we can see that there are many opportunities of helping other people which we say but we do not do. We should strive for them. We should not be reluctant about them.